Hey guys, HK20 here. I got a lot to say. Okay. I got a lot to say, so if you skip anything, well, you've been warned, so that's on you. We are back with a band here. A little band called Nightwish and the Human Nature double album here, which I expect to explore thoroughly, including the instrumental sections of the technically like the final song. You can find all of it together in like a 30-minute track. It's whatever. We're on the first song here today. Music. Starting out this album, and I may sound like I just have been fighting for hours and went on like a several mile jog or something. It took a lot of time to push the start recording button. I ain't gonna even hold you. The last Nightwish song that I recorded and put up, part of the 5 live battle flashbacks thing, that I foolishly thought, no, the internet could be mature. They'll understand the point that I'm clearly addressing to them at the start of every video. No, they'll get that. I was so naive. And it has taken me 11 months, almost 11 months exactly, almost a year to recover from our last Nightwish journey. And every single time I thought about, is it time to start Human Nature? Is it time? I'd be like, I'm not fucking ready. It's just, I'm close, but I'm not fucking ready yet. And we're finally ready. Now, if you're confused why I feel exacerbated, let me explain as quickly and succinctly as I can. I love this band. Tomas is an insanely proficient writer. He is I would say one of the best composers within the last possibly 20, 30, 40, 50 years. He is amazing. His songs are great. The band is fantastic. I love all 3 singers. Fantastic. The community, however, is made up of some wonderful people. There was a good handful, good maybe dozen or so, that were just wonderful, friendly, helpful, supportive, great people. I have a few names in mind. Great people. And that was maybe 20% of the community. 20-25%. The rest of the community was so fucking toxic. That's an understatement. So unfucking believably putridly toxic. The most toxic community I have come across on YouTube to date. So far. Ginger tried to beat y'all, but they couldn't even come close. Like, God, the hatred and filth that was spewed at me purely by just not doing the video live was insane. The absolute hatred and vileness that was shared in most of the comments on the live battles, I still have not fully recovered from. So I've not felt like coming back to Nightwish for a long time, and I finally today, almost a year later, am ready to get back into this album. Now, I've debated for a while what that means I'm going to do. I was thinking of just turning comments off for Nightwish. I also debated making it so I have to approve the comments to put him on there. Or I was thinking of keeping the live battle rules that just anything I don't like, I'm just gonna block you, no questions asked. But then I decided, you know what? Fuck it. Come at me, fuck faces. I love a good comment tussle. But what I did settle on is if anyone says anything about live and or it being better, I'm just gonna delete the comment. Comment enough times, I'm gonna block you. Okay. Which you should get the hint that means that most of this album, since just about every single video has a official lyric video and or music video. There's one music video on there. That's really fucking cool. I really like that concept. That's really fucking awesome, and I appreciate that. And the images that I've barely seen, the thumbnail scrolling, were fucking cool. So I want to take that journey through the lyric videos and whatnot. However, I'll give you one. We will be doing the live virtual world version of Shoemaker. I'm not going to do both because that usually just results in me comparing and contrasting the studio to the live version. I don't want to do that. So you will get one live video. Though it seems like most people's reactions to this album doesn't seem many people do live videos. So I'm sure the community's probably used to that. But still, you get one. That's all you get. I want to fucking hear you bitching and complaining. Otherwise, I'm going to turn this car around. And then just delete your comments. So, from what I've been able to research, now that we got that off my chest and out of the way, about this album, as it seems to follow a lot of the similar themes and topics of Endless Forms Most Beautiful. And the first part of this, as is said in the title or album, Human Nature, it's about humans. The instrumental side is about nature. At least that's what I think I got. And I think we're gonna go through I think I know what I'm gonna do for the nature side, but I'll talk about that later. I feel like there's gonna be some deep stuff in here that I'm really gonna enjoy. The first one we got here, music. From just looking at some of the lyrics and whatnot, it seems like just kind of like just the creation of humans creating music and the power that they then created or something like that. So I am it's already 7.5 minutes song. That means we're gonna be here for a while. With that 8-minute intro. But yeah, I'm ready to take all of the stress off of my mind of the commenters and what they will be like for this album. And I'm just going to hone in and focus in and just enjoy some beautiful composition from a master composer with a really, really talented and wonderful band. And sadly, try to enjoy my time with the last instances I'm going to have of Marco performing, at least with this band, at least for the foreseeable future. So, let's get started, shall we? Nightwish, music. Perfect title. Let's get it. Come on. Come on, like that.
the northern lights. Then you came, I joined you beyond the ends as you blew your cave there, moon, and began to hum. Eradicate the torment of a heavy heart, emancipate the death, sing the cries of third part. Then orchestrate and never only you to sing, caress it deep, it's always there to unlock the stars, to enter music, fanning the flames of the mystery, deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. You want to dream, want to tell a major scale, wish to leave the hollow to dance with them. Can you hear the brave drum from the most? Follow the beat and leave the noise behind if we be lovers. Performance starts, come join the gathering, and you will leave with the wildflower after taste. Become the kind who still loves it, but device. Give me your home inside you until the final thank you. And a good night. Music, fanning the flames of a mystery, deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. You were singing the tale of another man. Have you ever heard music? It is coming, coming, coming your way the very first time. In here, I am the silence of sound. You're the common shore for the steady song. There, I'll read the greedy crowd, but we'll never, never, ever sing to them. Follow me into the fog, to the hilltop, follow the cold sky, glide me far. I will never celebrate, only to pass time in silence. Music, fanning the flames of a mystery, deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. Music, fanning the flames of a mystery, deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. You were singing the tale of another man. Have you felt the deepness of the music? It is coming, coming, coming your way the very first time.
Excuse me, not only am I going to reset the video, but there's some bit of information I had to find out if it was this song or another one. No, that wasn't this song. I remember reading one section that Flora had stated that a particular song was very difficult because it lacked traditional kind of structure or something like that, and I thought it was the song, but it's Shoemaker. because there was a lot of parts in there that was like very complicated time signatures, and it felt like they were switching occasionally as well. There was a lot of complicated rhythms um, and melody lines in there that I imagine like it must have been this song they were talking about, but I guess not. I guess there's an even more complicated song out there, which is really cool. Excited to get to that. Especially in the virtual world. That should be very cool. I also switched back in my notes here because I have forgotten. It's been a while. I've forgotten what it's like to write so much. The last time that happened, besides a little bit with Where the Wild Wasn't Gone for Powerwolf, was Epica, which makes a lot of sense. It's been a little bit since I've gotten to write so much. So I was a journey. I feel like this whole album is going to be kind of an emotional musical journey. And that was really beautiful. I quite enjoyed what we had there so far. There's so many things that happened in there. So many little parts that were coming in every now and then, and some of the melody lines, a little bit of the harmonies going on, just so many little intricacies, which is what makes Tomas so amazing. Is that I feel like a lot of people will glance over stuff like that, but if he wants a specific little sound to make the piece come together, he'll put it in there, even if it requires some obscure instrument just for two measures. He's gonna get it, and I think that's what takes him to that next level. Fucking A. All right. Well, let's go back through this song here and try to see if we can even come close to doing what I heard justice. Just sorry, won't, but I'll do my best. I can always promise that I'll do my best. So, beginning here. God, there's so many unbelievable pluses in this. An unbelievable amount of pluses in this on this fucking page. Okay. So the background sounds that come in and stuff starts adding in slowly different sounds. The hits, I don't remember what that was. We'll find out together. There's just the use of space, both in the panning, in the ears, and in the sounds themselves, was really cool, as well as something about was, whatever that means. There's a sound in there that sounded like that to me. So that's all within the first 1 minute of this song. So let's explore, shall we? Find out what the fuck any of this meant that I wrote down. Alright. Right. So you have that. That sound that will come back here. Which sounds like, to me, it sounds like something striking stone. I don't know if there's like a clear, distinct, this is what this sound is. I'm sure there is, because people tend to know every tiny detail about Nightwish. I'm sure someone will fill me in on that, and I'm okay with that. Go ahead and let me know. That's really cool. Actually, this is stuff I want to know. This is stuff I want to hear. But to me, that just sounds like something striking stone, whether it be a metallic object, like stone on stone. That's what I get from that, and I like that comes in occasionally. But listen to this, everything that's going on in the background that just like fills every section of the ears. It's such a cool panning shaping that's going on in the ears here. One of the reasons I put space here, besides the use of the space in the ears and is also the like the spaciness of the sound, like almost like something you'd expect to hear maybe in a game score or a movie score if someone was floating out in the vast expanse of space. Just this emptiness, but also this fullness at the same time. Like you can feel the pressure of the sound that's there, but it's almost silent except for this like this little drone that's kind of going on there that sounds like it could be some note from a string or some kind of woodwind pipe like instrument that is going on. It feels like there's so much happening at the corners of your ears, but also like no sound at the same time. It's amazing writing and recording right here. I can feel the sound happening in my ears. My ears are telling me that sound is happening, but you almost can't hear it. That's a weird pressure effect that's going on. And then you have that very soft, sounds like it might be on a string bass or cello or something. Just like creeping in every now and then. I gotta tell you, this is like like this is actually giving me an emotional response, which all music does give some kind of emotional response, but like almost like an awe-inspired, like breathless, like looking at something that's like the most beautiful thing ever, and it's like taking your breath away kind of emotional response. It's just I'm listening to everything that's happening, and it's just like it's like almost like I'm amazed and I can't believe what I'm hearing at the same time. It's just like it's just it's not a feeling I get often, and I like this. And now it's louder, more pronounced. Okay, well, continuing on. Here we have, so 1 minute after, we have animal sounds coming in, which I think is mostly whales, but I think there's some other kind of sounds going on there as well. Mixed with tribal. Uh, there's different drums and stuff coming in, and very awesome, complicated drum rhythms and whatnot. Just kind of this tribal drum circle kind of feel coming in here, and I think we get some kind of voices in there as well, but I'm not 100% positive. So let's listen for this. I can imagine being multiple different animals, but I feel like I definitely hear a whale in there. But it could just be, I could be wrong. I think whales have a deeper kind of tone there. I think it could just be different kind of different animals of a jungle, of course. Anyways, love the animal sounds coming in here. Really cool, especially when you have these lights, these like fires starting to light and whatnot before we get into that tribal section. So cool. A little well-like. I think I'll line you. I also feel like I hear some like canine sounds as well. Yeah, and those chants. Oh, like this is like very not guttural, but like very Aryan and hollow chant sounds we get in there. Fucking so cool. These drums just going away is fascinating. I love that rhythm too. Yeah, that's why I put here. Yeah. Around here, right around 135, we get the what I imagine is the Julian pipes again, or some other form of bagpipe. I'm pretty sure it's the Julian pipes, because that does seem to be Troy's instrument of choice. He does play other ones as well, but that definitely does sound to be what that one is. So yeah, the pipes come in, and around 2:10 we have some other weird instruments coming in. Well, not weird, but weird sound on the instrument come in. So I have to scope in on that a little bit harder. But let's enjoy this combo going on here. Rhythm, some tits. Love that trill. Nice. Sounds like a gong. So the owl fades away, and it almost becomes like it's like watery in the sounds, like kind of underwater sound to it. But also, it sounds like a harp, but it sounds like an electronic like harp, like something I would hear in certain sections of like a Lindsey Sterling song. It was very electronically created, like harp sound. I don't know. Let me keep you listening to it here. That sounds like a harp, but like sounds very electronic, like created. Like it's not actually coming from a type of harp, which we have like a lute, like well, it's not a lute, but like kind of one of those harp-like instruments here. A lyre-like harp-like instrument, but it doesn't sound like one. I also have this nice little chiming piano hits and touches up here in this ear. Just nice higher end of the register, nice glassy notes coming in, very beautiful there as well. And right before that choir came in, which I also have written down here, um, I felt like I was hearing a woodwind in this ear. So much. Back to this song. There's so much happening. That like very breathy, almost not even there, like breaking up a little, like airy sound in here. I think it's some kind of woodwind, almost like a wooden flute of some kind. And the choir coming in, very beautiful. Love that. Gorgeous. Like those notes, that vocal line is fucking beautiful. Whew. Hold on, give me that again. And right here, around 250, you have like this full string orchestration coming in, as well as at the end the guitar, and all this kind of bleeds into the vocals, Floyd's vocals coming in. But it sounds like everything that the choir was just kind of doing. This whole string section comes in and echoes it with like full volume, full sound, fully in the front of the mix, like just rushes in. It's really cool. Someone who wrote a review on this, because I was just looking if there's like, it looked like the instrumental side like was mixed up in the order of songs, so I didn't know if there's like a specific order you're supposed to listen to. Like you're supposed to listen to one of the instrumentals, then like three of the human songs, and then another the nature song. And I didn't know if it went back and forth or anything like that. I couldn't find a clear consensus, but it seems like Probably not. At least that's not the way I'm going to do it. But then I saw a review and whatnot, and I agree with the person who, one of the things I wrote in the review is that, like, how has Tomas not written a film or music score yet? Like, he could whenever he wanted to. Like, no question. This sounds like it's coming straight from a motherfucking movie. It's crazy level of orchestration writing here. It's insane, man. This guy's seriously fucking talented, man. I do not use the term master very often, but Tomas has earned that title. Anyways. Is that guitar coming in there, sneaking its way in there? Oop, I pressed the wrong button.
Before you, my home was in the wind and surf, the birds and rain, voices of the northern lights.
Okay. Let's just take a look at that. In approximately 10 seconds, we'll talk about the harmony and her jumping. First off, those were some low notes. We'll look at that as well. But she also jumps up into some high, like, sounds like high for her. It sounds like she's getting up into, if not falsetto range, almost, which is impressive. But let's just look at that line. The bubbliness of it, the very separated bounciness to that line in general is very cool. But also, it sounds like it's either a very complicated time signature. I would love to see sheet music for this if it exists, because it's got to be some crazy stuff written out there. But if it's not just some complicated time signature in general, or a complicated use of a very subdivided time signature, then I feel like the time signatures are changing constantly. Something's going on to create this rhythm that's mixing so well with the very bouncy, bubbly nature in which she is singing it, and the fact that it's almost whispered. It's very quiet, and she dips down into these very, very beautiful round supported low notes. All of that in just one line. Just like a few bars here, like maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, somewhere between, I would guess, 4 to 8 bars here. All of that just happened. Crazy. All right, let's get into that again. Dun, 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 dun. Like, it just it bounces around so much. It feels incredibly sporadic, yet metered out, like, perfectly in time at the same time. It's, and the way she just kind of lightly touches the word surf and just, like, brings it up to that higher playful note for a second, like, there's so much happening. And just that vocal line alone, that is astonishing. Before you, my home was in the wind and surf, the birds and rain, voices of the northern light. Like, that's a decently low note for the female voice. Like, in the way she goes down and then kind of like walks it back up. With a little vibrato there on the top. Okay. Fucking, what are we doing here? I have a feeling some of these are going to be long. And I'm okay with that, because I want to thoroughly experience this album. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I know the writing from the last album, or how it just feels like Tomas has a theme and he's going to open up with it. That just makes me, like, really want to discover this album and really explore it and appreciate it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But these might be long videos. I don't give a fuck. What we got next? We're gonna let it keep going because we got harmonies, falsetto, then 20 seconds after that, so the rhythm and the drums introducing into the mix. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's keep cooking here.
Then you came and joined you beyond the ends as you blew your cave there, moan and began to hum.
I just like that line in general. I saw that before I started listening to the song, but I joined you beyond the ends as you blew your cave bare bone and began to hum. Like, I'm just imagining like a hollowed out tube that you blow into, like some of the first kind of like technically instruments and whatnot. Just thinking of the creation of what first technically music was, like before the ancient era, like way back in like going off of the theory of evolution, which a lot of the last album did cover in there, of like cavemen and whatnot, like what the first music was, like blowing into hollow bones to create that open round horn sound, or vibrating horn sound, I guess I would say, no matter what that sounded like, and humming. The first access we had to music, that line it makes you think. And it's a really good line. I think we're gonna with that little bit of instrument that I've heard there, which I'll check again, I think we're gonna open up into Flora harmonizing with herself here.
As you blew your cave there, moan and began to hum.
Oh, that's playful. I like that. And there's the woodwinds coming in there.
Eradicate the torment of a heavy heart.
Whew. Come on, that's a high note. That's a high note, and it's actually saying pretty crystal clear too. It sounds. It doesn't sound like she's, because Flora has a very high range, so it doesn't sound like she's breaking into falsetto there, but it sounds like she's getting close. That's a pretty high note.
Eradicate the torment of a heavy heart.
Yeah, she's getting close. That is borderline her head voice right there. That is a beautiful, nice little jump up there, because naturally whenever you have a huge octave jump, there's gonna be a bit of a punch to get there. It just naturally happens. So you have this little bit of separation punch up to that higher note, but even there, even with that detachedness, it still feels light and playful.
Eradicate the torment of a heavy heart. Emancipate the deaf. Sing the cries for third part.
Now I remember looking at that line too. I imagine. I mean, again, this is all speculation. I don't usually research that deeply into songs. I barely research at all. There's only a few groups that make me do a little bit of research, Nightwish being one of them. So I'm just guessing at what the theme of this song itself is. Those lines to me just makes me think of the power of what music can do. Eradicate the torment of a heavy heart, emancipate the deaf. Even people who can't actually hear feels and experiences music like everyone else, and it means something to them. Like that just it's bars here, man. it just everything about these lyrics make you think. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna let it keep going for the something about the rhythm. I don't know rhythm of what instrument or vocal line or what, I don't know, but also the drums coming in.
Then orchestrate and never only you to sing. Caressing deep, it's always there to unlock the stars. To enter music, fanning the flames of a mystery, deepening the listening music.
Yeah, just kind of the way they're playing with the rhythm of these vocal lines, which it sounds like that could be Marco, but my guess is it's Troy. but I'm not 100% positive because I could hear that being either of them or both of them really, but I think it's, I want to say it's Troy singing with you right there, but I'm not like 1,000,000% positive. I'm gonna be honest with you, I could easily see that being Marco too. But yeah, just the rhythm at which they're playing with these vocal lines is fun.
Music, fanning the flames of a mystery.
Da 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 da. The way those stretch certain parts, the use of short long syllables, da 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 da, you know, or long, it's flipped long short, da 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 da, and then the vibrato there. Yeah, just I love the rhythm that they're playing with these vocal lines together.
Music, fanning the flames of a mystery.
I could really see that being other. I'm kind of leaning towards Marco. I don't know. Anyways.
Deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now.
And drums. First off, I like that run. Hold on, give me that again. It sounds like a violin. So we're bringing it back down to that soft place. We kind of broke up some of the orchestrated instruments in there, took away a lot of the strings. We had just kind of going back to the way the verse was sung. The floor is going back to the original singing of the verse. But now you have this the drums coming in, but not too heavy. Just a nice hit from that kick pedal for the kick drum, and some work on the I guess would be the hi-hat. I'm pretty sure hi-hat. It just has this nice kind of hit to it with some beautiful piano over it, but nothing's too strong. Nothing's too overpowering yet. We're still keeping it very, very light here. Do I got anything else coming in? We're way past that. What the fuck am I? 4:45. So we got a little bit of time. I think we're just gonna let this keep rolling out because the 4:45 is when they finally push over halfway through the song into the chorus. It's the chorus. It's a lot of build up to this, and then it finally pushes. So I want to keep listening to a build so we can get the satisfaction of that push.
Wish to leave the hollow to dance with them.
No, I like that every time. Every time, it's so catchy.
Can you hear the brave drum from the most? Follow the beat and leave the noise behind if we be lovers. Before it starts, come join the gathering that you will leave with the wildflower aftertaste.
Got some of the strings coming back in. Dun 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 dun. Just got this nice building. You can just feel everything is building again. It got up there a little bit, then it brought back down. Now it's building again. We're moving somewhere musically here.
Become the kind who still loves it from your voice. Give me your home inside you until the final thank you. And a good night. Music.
Whew. That push there. Fleur did a little bit of crescendo herself. The drum fill comes in. All the other instruments are still crescendoing and getting more intense through there.
Inside you until the final thank you.
You just hear everything there. A little bit of swell and crescendo there. It's that nice classic build right there.
Inside you until the final thank you. And a good
And see that little crescendo Fleur does there, the little push she gives. I like that. Let's get that whole thing and let it go into the chorus.
voice. Give me your home inside you until the final thank you. And a good night. Music, fanning the flames of a mystery. Deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. You were singing.
She said human, interestingly. Like pretty straightforward, but there was a little bit of like a lean into the U, like human. Like it sounded like she leaned into that, which is interesting. Yeah, as she turned the H into a Y, it sounds like human. To not get that harshness of the human and then like, human. I like that. It gives a little bit of woof, a push to it. That's a nice little swoop to it. That's cool. I like that. Da 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 da. That's nice. That's nice though. Rhythm there. Oof. Nice long held note. Beautiful vibrato in there. I like that. And this sick ass guitar solo. Let me scroll down the lyrics here so we're at the right spot. Whew. Okay. Yep. All right. We got some time to work here. Let me back up a little bit. This guitar solo though, it's very nice. I love that. Da, 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 da. A nice little. Oh, only in this ear while there's a little bit of guitar solo going on at the same time. Ah, sounds like there's doubling on the guitar there. That's so cool. Yeah, it's like a harmony on it too. Da, da, da. All right, few seconds here. The way they something about the word them. Don't remember, but we'll find out together. And then there's some pluses in here as well. It just kept going pretty much for the rest of the song, so we might as well just talk about it all and see it as it unfolds. Them plus the strings and the I believe the neutral syllable choir in there. I said Oz, so I assume that was from vocals. Who knows? To get a nice, I think maybe, possibly, I don't remember, but I think it was possibly an even higher jump up for 4, which is crazy. And then the silence, either on or after the word silence. Fucking clever. And then there was some instrumental runs in piano. I think that's a question mark on piano. I think there was some runs, and I'm questioning if it was on the piano or not. All that for the rest of the song. Let's go. I like that rhythm. Da 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 da. I like that rhythm there. Rhythm and notes, really cool. Ah, yeah. Just that whole choir plus floor punch. Though after a little pause, that's nice. That's cool. I like that. That's a nice little touch there. Nice. And of course, those it's very traditional. You hear it in a lot of Nightwish songs. That very chunky guitar chords. Love that sound. It's classic for a reason, and it never gets old. Yeah. I love that da ta da ta da ta ta da ta da. I love that rhythm. I love the flow, the kind of rolling nature of that line from the strings, and of course the choir's ahs out there as well. It's such a beautiful combo. I know that. This is like a little pop up to that really high note. You hear that squeak? It's like my vocal cords tried to do that and like hit like an overtone, but didn't actually come out. That was cool. It almost sounded a little bit like that, but she actually nailed it, and I did not. Yeah, it's a little like that. That little punch, that little like squeaky punch in there. That's fucking so cool. I think that is a falsetto note for her. Hold on. Sounds like it. That sounds like that was very much head voice there. Like, that's a really fucking, that's a high note, especially unprepared to just jump to that note. That's not easy. I ain't even a singer, or at least I've never sung professionally. I have sung before. Well, actually, that's not true. I have technically sung at gigs and in different performances in Portuguese. But as a not really professional singer, even I know that that's not easy to do. It's just, you don't even get to work up to it. You just gotta jump in on that note. That's fucking hard. That takes talent. That takes practice and talent. Another high note there. Ah. That's cool. I like that. All it took was time and silence, and literally all noise stops. And instead of coming back in with a dun dun, any kind of crazy guitar hits or drums or chords or anything, soft back into her soft, quiet voice. That's breathtaking right there. That's fucking cool effect, great writing, and breathtaking at the same time. And that, like, it doesn't just instantly, her voice doesn't instantly stop. Like, it fades into like the background to like an echo, and then like slowly, like quickly, but like slowly fades off. That's really cool mixing there. That's a cool effect. And the softness of that note. One more time, then we'll continue, I promise. Oh yeah, that was it. That was the run there. Hold on. So it's not only does I'm not trying to guess whether that's a piano or not, but not only do I like the run, but it sounds like at that moment there got like really either chromatic or just like really out of the key, because it felt like it like started to rub that dissonant friction for a second and then like released. Hold on, it starts out so gorgeous and beautiful, and then it has that moment of tension in what I think is the run from the piano. I'll try to figure it out, and then releases again. I wonder why they chose to do that at that very soft moment. Was it to shake it up a little bit and try to keep it from what they would maybe stereotypically do, or is there a reason for this? Is that part of the message of the song? I don't know. Let's hear it again. Hold on. I know we're gonna listen to this part again, but it's like right at the beginning. So
Always we pass time in silence. Music, fanning the flames of a mist.
it starts off so soft. I want to say that's a piano. It sounds very soft. Like as it gets into that weird, really chromatic, dissonant run there.
Music,
Kind of like really soft, and then it changes.
fanning the flames of a
Like yeah. Ooh, that twist. All right, I won't interrupt it. Let's let it run through the whole passage so you can really hear it.
music, fanning the flames of a mystery.
Back to beautiful.
Deepen in the listener, losing yourself to the endless symphony of love.
Okay, we're gonna listen to that again and listen to the way that I'm gonna just say piano like, 'cause that's what I think it is. Sounds close enough to me. It doesn't bite that hard into that chromatic run. I don't even know if it's chromatic. Like part of it is, but I don't know if the whole thing, if it's just a chromatic scale, if it's just just really dissonant, out of key, half steps into like maybe whole steps and whatnot, like minor thirds and shit. But like it doesn't bite that hard at any other point besides right then. But like if you listen to it, it's like it will occasionally dip into that and dip back out of that, like just for like a short little like 2, 3, 4 note passage, and then we'll move back off again. That is so cool. And then we'll let the song end down here. But I gotta hear that again.
Music, fanning the flames of a mystery. Deepen in the listener,
Dipping into
losing
it.
yourself to the endless
Dipping into it, yeah.
symphony of love. Music, fanning the flames of a mystery. Deepen in the listener, losing.
I just love the energy of this chorus and just the catchiness of the vocal lines, the great female male voice harmony, and just kind of the energy from all the instruments. It's just like yeah, it's awesome.
Yourself to the endless symphony of now. You are singing the tale of another man. Hanging forward yourself in music. It is coming, coming, coming. You'll be the very first song.
There's something, we're gonna just listen to that one more time and then call it a night. Because we've been here for a while. But there's something interesting in how it says, just how they kind of belt out song and everything just kind of stops. And even the way they say song has a little bit of a rough edge and bite to it too. It doesn't end beautifully. It ends with like almost some conflict to it. And it just kind of stops. And then there's some beautiful piano work and other instruments coming in after a little bit of silence. That's a very interesting abrupt end to the song. I like it, but it just, I wonder what the reason is for that.
Yourself in music. It is coming, coming, coming. You'll be the very first song.
Yeah, because you expect something like da 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 or something like that, but instead they go up into what could possibly be maybe the reason why it has that roughness to it is I think it goes up and holds on to a note that's maybe outside of the key signature or is very dissonant in the key signature, and that defies the expectation of the cadence. It could be I don't think it's a Piccadilly third. I think that has a very specific sound. I think it has to be a minor. I mean, the song could be in a minor key. And it doesn't sound like it's in a minor key, but it could be a minor key. I don't fucking know. We could have switched to a minor key at this point in the song. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, I think it's because it goes up and defies where any cadence could or should logically happen in the key. And so that creates this conflict within the song. Doesn't really resolve the end, and then just everything just stops for a few seconds. That is a very fascinating ending. And it just stops. There's no resolve in there. And the piano comes in. The piano comes in and plays the lick from the verse just once and kind of like echo fades out itself. What? 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 Oh, that's so cool. Wow. That's a way to start out. Now, my dear. Okay, well, I don't think anything else needs to be said in that hour long long, excuse me, let me correct myself, demonstration there. Next we have noise, which a little bit I've heard about. I questioned, I mean, we can talk about this in the next one, but I was questioned to Tomas about technology and stuff, and he said that he didn't hate technology. But it's more about how addicted we are to technology and the way we can use it, the way we speak through certain online social media. Like Twitter is a great example of that. But we can get more into that when we get to the song. But also has a really cool looking music video that I'm excited to get to. I'm sure we'll have a lot of controversial conversations about it. So thank you for joining me here. It is, I gotta tell you, it's a mixed bag with Nightwish. I am like, just the amazingness of the writing makes me so happy to be listening to it. The people, however, it's like a League of Legends. I fucking love the game. The people you play with, though. So I know there'll be a lot of you that I'll absolutely love talking to and having conversations with, and there's some faces and names I would love to hear back that I assume will come back. Maybe some of them will, some of them won't. You probably know who you are, and I would love to talk to you again. You're wonderful human beings, and I appreciate you. I just know there's gonna be, if not immediately, eventually, there's gonna be some people. But maybe this is, this is your opportunity. Anyone who's stuck around to this point, this is your opportunity to change my mind. Do your best to be the most positive members of the Nightwish community and erase my preconceived notions of you being one of the most toxic communities on YouTube. I'm not saying in the world, I'm saying on YouTube. At least that I've run into. I'm sure there's worse. But the most toxic community that I've ever encountered on YouTube so far. Yourself, if you feel like maybe I've been a bad person, like toxic wise, on some channels, this is your chance for redemption. For those of you who are awesome, it's your chance to continue to be awesome and maybe correct those that you see on this channel that are not being awesome, being, hey, this is not what Nightwish is about, take your hatred elsewhere. This may be a great opportunity for you all to correct my notions and the way I perceive the Nightwish community. That would be a lovely change of pace. I would love that. You know what? That's what we should aim for. So yeah. Yep. Fucking, I don't know what Floor does in her spare time, but girl's got some guns. Like, if you go back to where the video ends and you see that Nightwish Phantom of the Opera, or you could just look up the Phantom of the Opera featuring Hank live thumbnail. Oh, she's got some fucking guns, man. She works out, bro. Hell yeah. I get you some, Floor. That's what's up. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I'd love to say it feels good to be back to Nightwish. I don't know yet. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Musically, it does. So I will see you all when we make some noise. And probably I will probably say something that's going to make a lot of noise. So be prepared for controversial statements. Just based on the thumbnail alone, I feel like I have a feeling what I might say. So prepare to be unhappy in the next one. Or if you feel the same way, be like, finally someone said it. Who knows? We'll find out together. Maybe that's not the angle that they're going for. In which case, it probably won't come up. But who knows? Anyways, thank you for joining me. I will see you all next time.